مدد يا سيدي دستور يا رجال الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to you. أهلا أهلا. مرحبا. May these short meetings be fruitful to all of us, inshallah. People generally أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. دستور يا سيدي مدد يا رجال الله. People generally speak about spirituality, they speak about religion, they speak about revelation. You hear us saying noble revelation, spirituality, the spirit, and then you think, where are we at exactly? What are the differences? What are we talking about? It's an important question. It's very important, as it permits us to know exactly or as clearly as possible what we are talking about. First of all, let us see what are these three ideas of spirituality. Is the teaching, the holistic teaching, claiming to lead us as a total, as a body, emotions, psychology, psychic, and spirituality and spirit. So accepting, admitting that we are many dimensions and many levels in one little package, and claiming to give therefore a teaching which answers to the needs of all these dimensions. So this is spirituality. Religion is spiritual teaching made into a tradition, and in some cases, not in all cases, becoming an identity. So that's why we talk about religion as spirituality versus religion as social identity. Social identity, you can know it when somebody tells you, defines oneself by polarization, by saying, I am not that group, I am this group. We have this particular relationship to the eternal. The dangers of social identity, obviously, is to turn religion into a tool of exclusion instead of what in the origin is a teaching of, is an inclusive teaching, is a calling teaching, which takes people one stage at a time to show them the path of growing and the path of our totality, which is also our eternity. That's religion. Revelation, noble revelation, holy revelation, is we mean by that the teachings through the holy teachers, messengers, generally we call them messengers, prophets. Their teaching received from the source of all life and the source of all teachings and the source of all guidance from the divine to us. So we have to believe they are channels to these teachings, or to the first version of these teachings, if we believe that some traditions continue to have living teachers and teachers representing the original teachers. So they may not be direct channels, but they may be interpreters of the original teaching, uh, giving living guidance through their living experience. So that's the revelation. Sometimes revelation and religion kind of point to the same thing. So, revelation and spirituality for some people point to the same thing. Now, for spirituality, we have to say something important. Spirituality is not a mind construct, is not a product of the mind. It's a product of the heart, of the intellect, of the spirit. It's much wider um, teaching that what the mind can bring. The mind deals with everyday's life, deals with material life, deals with material solutions, deals with our survival, but spirituality deals with our totality. And often with spiritual teachers, with genuine grand teachers, the mind expands enough to go in a way at the same step, at the same rhythm as the teachings of the heart. But in general, that's when we generally say this is from the mind, this is from the heart, this is from the spirit, because we realize there are different sources of information, there are different sources of knowledge, there are different sources of direction, and when these sources work together to the betterment of our life and for our growth, then we're talking about holistic spirituality. Spirituality including all inclusive of all our capacities, all our that at our time, some people through their own effort try to build uh, some kind of teaching they call spirituality. But we can tell the difference between genuine spiritual teaching, even if it's personal, versus imagination products or illusion uh, products. And that's generally a problem to realize we may have it, on our table today. As humans, when we're materialistic, we don't believe in spirituality. But sometimes when we accept spirituality, we will accept anything based on the unseen. But the unseen is energy. It can be lower energy, it can be higher energy, it can be angelic energy, it can be demonic energy, it can be illusion energy, just imagination, just people, floating there. And so we say, obviously, people are free to pursue what is what they see it as good for them. But we say that genuine spirituality takes you out of your comfort zone. Genuine spirituality does not try to please your ego, to please you. To genuine spirituality tries to push you to grow, invite you, and then push you to grow in the right direction, obviously. Genuine spirituality challenge you to break away from easy ways, to look into and to question things we just accept because our society or our environment accepts them, and generally to have the courage to knock on the new doors, to and that Needs lots of courage and lots of humbleness, really. So these, anyways, we wanted to say a few words about these three ideas or three concepts, and to be able to know what we have when we are dealing with something, what we have exactly. May Allah Azza wa Jal bless all of us. May Allah Azza wa Jal bless especially those who taught us. لله تعالى الفاتحة.